Dr. Cross, an excellent question. I recently attended a meeting of COG, the Council of Governments, and 6 of the mayors of our surrounding cities were there with representatives from Lafayette. Mr. Greg Gautreaux from LEDA, the Lafayette Economic Development Authority, gave a great glowing report for retail sales tax that is growing. And he said that there's 4 pillars. I think we need to pursue. We can see if we put all of our eggs in one basket, how quickly that can hurt our economy. Those 4 pillars are medical, energy, some alternative forms of energy, entertainment, the arts and culture, and technology. We can begin while we look at oil and gas to continue bringing revenue in. There are 4 other areas that we can pursue that will create jobs. I just know with the recent storm, Ambassador was flooded, Willow Street was flooded, Evangeline Thruway was flooded, University was flooded. If somebody on the north side needed to go to a hospital, we'd have to go to Opelousas.
So we do need to work to diversify our economy. As part of this campaign, I've had the opportunity to visit with a lot of business leaders, many of you in this room, and I've asked them, about the future of the oil and gas economy, and many are concerned about Lafayette's relative place in that and whether or not we are in the same position to benefit from the next boom. So there's no doubt that we do need to diversify, and many of those leaders have told me that they're expanding themselves into the energy industry. I've met with healthcare executives who think that there is more work we can do to take advantage of the headquarters that we have located here, and companies like LHC Group, Schumacher Group, Acadian Ambulance, and others, to figure out what types of cottage industries and cottage businesses may come from working with those folks, education and health and IT as well. So we have a great opportunity, and I'm fully committed as your mayor president to working with business leaders to bring in additional jobs as well as travel as necessary to help sell Lafayette.
Diversify our economy is huge. It goes into those priorities. And remember, if everything's a priority, nothing's a priority. Bringing jobs has to be a top priority, and diversify the economy is the way to do that. Now, that's a great canned cliche answer. How do we do it? Make Lafayette inviting. Make it inviting. We've said, several of our candidates up here today have said that. The UDC is not inviting. I'm not saying we have to throw the baby out with the bathwater, but we need to revisit every provision in the UDC. I would support repealing and replacing if the council would bring that to my desk. I believe Plan Lafayette is a disaster. I think we do need a master plan, but it is not inviting for the long-term prosperity of our community. And also, and I could talk on Plan Lafayette for way more than 1 minute. We do need a master plan, but I do not support paying a firm outside of the state of Louisiana $1.2 million to develop that plan. And that's what our tax dollars have been spent on in the past. And that kind of frivolous spending will not be present in my administration.
I think that we need to diversify the economy also, but I still think that we have strong manufacturing jobs, and technology can be brought into Lafayette by simplifying the Unified Development Code and simplifying the variances required and all of the things that go along with that. Our business people are waiting 3 to 6 months to get a no from a variance, and they're paying $4,000 or whatever the amount may be required to even apply to get that variance. So I think that bringing back the manufacturing and the technology jobs into Lafayette is going to help our economy and help us grow and help us diversify, and we need to do that. We need to bring the jobs back to Lafayette. We have too many people that are commuting.
I do believe that Lafayette Parish has diversified somewhat when it went into the healthcare industry and the IT industry. I also agree that the UDC does not allow us to be very friendly, business friendly. But a lot of times we don't communicate with people. So that's a very large issue. I don't think you should just stamp a denial on a permit and without any communication. So I think by communicating and also encouraging entrepreneurship. Why do people come to Lafayette Parish and Acadiana? It's about the people, it's about the food, it's about the culture. So I say let's be a little more friendly with entrepreneurship and get people started, help people get started up in their businesses by offering them the services we should be offering them in government to where they feel safe, that they're not going to flood, that they feel safe in their business and their homes from police and fire, so that they stay here. And I do believe that will drive our economy. So I'm in favor of entrepreneurship with everything else.